Welcome back to Island Life Live, and if you're just joining us, there's a new bill in the House that would require you to be a current or former resident if you want to buy a home in Hawaii. Now, the legislator responsible for the House Bill 2203 joins us on the couch, Representative Diamond Garcia. Aloha, brother. How are you?
What's up? How's it?
Thank
Doing
you so
well.
much. We just called him today, and he made some time for all of us here in Hawaii to kind of answer some questions regarding this bill. First of all, what was the impetus to this bill?
Well, the reality is locals cannot afford to live here in Hawaii. They're being priced out. I think Iam Tongi's big win on Idol last year showed the fact that locals are being priced out of paradise. And as leaders in our state, we have to come up with solutions to keep locals here in Hawaii.
Now, this isn't the first time that you introduced a bill like this. Last year, it didn't survive the last session, right?
Right. So Senator Awa has introduced bills last session. I co-sponsored them in the House. They died last session. The reasoning was from the AG that these are not constitutional. We disagree, however. It's been passed in some other states and not been challenged by the federal government.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we actually, it has some viability, has some possible legs, but of course the biggest challenge for you guys, being part of the minority caucuses for both the House and the Senate, is how do you bring along the majority on to sign on to this bill, and what would I guess kind of hold them back from wanting to support your guys' legislation?
That's a great question. We asked the same thing. Hey, this isn't partisan. It isn't about one party. It's about what's best for local families. And if we can stop the outside influences, the outside forces from buying up property, giving locals a shot, hey, that's great. That will help both Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Libertarians, whoever it is. If you're local, you deserve to stay here in Hawaii.
Absolutely, because we're just so sad to see not just the brain drain, but our kamaʻāina drain moving to the continent. Now, what is Peter Savio's role in this?
So Peter Savio is a longtime local affordable housing developer. And so we've been talking with him to see, hey, how can we build homes that will stay affordable into perpetuity? The governor says, let's just build more homes. But if you build homes and then those outside international guys buy the homes and mainlanders buy the homes and locals still cannot buy, you're not solving the problem. You're simply making it worse. So we have to build homes that locals can buy, that locals can afford, and that those homes stay affordable into perpetuity. Absolutely.
That is very important for our kamaʻāina here. As you mentioned, not just Kanaka, but our local people here who have been here for generations. Now, Representative Garcia, some detractors might say that this is just election year posturing. What do you say to those people?
We just won last year, or the other year, so this is our first crack at it, and we're offering some real solutions. I'm hoping that those guys who have been in there for 20, 30, 40 years in that building can actually look at real solutions and just have the conversation, hear the bill so that those can come down and testify. If the AG says it's not constitutional, we'll come down, let's talk about it, let's have that conversation started. And if it's not constitutional, that's the role of the courts, not us.
Okay, so has your bill been scheduled for a hearing?
Not yet. So the only bill was Senator Awa's bill that's scheduled for tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the CPN committee.
So if people want to testify or submit, their testimony, how can they do that?
Go to capital.hawaii.gov, create an account, and then testify for Senate Bill 2617 scheduled for tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
And is there any way that if people who are watching feel strongly about this, can they call the leadership on the majority side, the Democratic side? Can they kind of add some, some pressure to it?
It's the people's house. Call them, email them, let them know that they work for you. If you want the bill to be heard, tell them, let's hear the bill. Let's just have the opportunity to testify on it.
Right on. Representative Garcia, please come back and give us an update on how this bill fares in the House. We appreciate you being here.